What is going on, Trash Talkers? We're back with another episode for you. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the Buffalo Bills and giving you our season preview for the 2021 NFL season, including record predictions. All that and much more coming your way right now! Hey Trash Talkers, it's Mike here. Over 93% of you who view our show each and every day are not subscribed to the channel. If you could hit that red subscribe button, it would help us out tremendously, and it is completely free for you guys. If you want to stay up to date with our daily content, then click that bell icon and you will be notified every time we go live. Nick and I both really appreciate you subscribing to the channel, and we can't wait to keep making more daily content for you. All right, Nick, as we continue this series, we have finished up with the NFC, and now we start with the AFC, starting with the AFC East and the division winners of the AFC East from last year, the Buffalo Bills. So starting off with their additions, we have quarterback Mitchell Trubisky, wide receiver Emmanuel Sanders, running back Breida, Efe Obada, Jacob Hollister, Greg Rousseau, and Carlos Basham Jr. Out of these, which additions do you believe is the biggest signing for this team moving forward?
To me, it's definitely going to be Emmanuel Sanders. I know you're not the biggest Emmanuel Sanders fan, but I believe that he is a step above John Brown for the sole fact that he is a reliable body. He is somebody that you can count on to be there throughout the entire season. He rarely gets injured. He is a guy you can consistently count on for catches. I think that he may not have the speed as John Brown. He may not be able to take the top off the defense, but he's still a threat to defenses. He's going to help Stefon Diggs get his one-on-one matchups, and he's a guy you can count on throughout the life of the season. That way, Stefon Diggs is going to have a lot more opportunities to make big plays for Josh Allen. I think Emmanuel Sanders is the reliability weapon that they have been missing.
Yeah, I take a look at some of these players, and I would actually say Matt Breida, because when you looked at the Buffalo Bills last year, their biggest weakness was an inability to run the football. And it wasn't because the holes weren't there. It was the fact that Zach Moss and Devin Singletary could not get the job done. You insert Matt Breida into the RB1 role, and all of a sudden, you have a bona fide starter who can actually gain yardage. You have a guy that can do everything. He is a 3-down back that can catch the ball out of the backfield. He can bridge the two running backs that I mentioned before. I believe Matt Breida is going to put this offense up another level from where they were last year. I like this signing a lot, and I think it makes them that much more interesting. But with the additions do come some losses, and let's go through those, starting with wide receiver John Brown, Quinton Jefferson, tight end Tyler Kroft, and Andre Roberts. Nick, out of these four, which are the most significant losses that the Buffalo Bills suffered?
I know I said that Emmanuel Sanders is a step above John Brown, but there is no replacing the speed that John Brown brings. He's a guy that can really take the top off the defense, help Stefon Diggs work those one-on-one matchups, because with John Brown, it's not just a corner that has to cover him, it's a safety as well. So those two players in the secondary that are taken away from Stefon Diggs, the other safety's got to worry about the tight end. I think that Stefon Diggs really likes having those one-on-one matchups with the cornerback. He's able to work extremely well, get some separation there. That's something that Emmanuel Sanders is not going to offer. He's not going to require a safety over the top to help out with the speed threat. So I think John Brown's speed is going to be the biggest thing missing from this offense.
I like John Brown in this offense. I think he was the perfect complement to Stefon Diggs, but I'm actually going to take Tyler Kroft here because I believe that Tyler Kroft was a really good tight end for this team. And you may say that they have Dawson Knox, but the two of these guys together were a nice dynamic duo. Dawson Knox, to me, hasn't shown enough to be a bona fide tight end one where he can just really command the middle of the field and really command defenses to pay attention to him. I think he's going to go overlooked, and I don't know if he has what it takes to take on that role. So I think Tyler Kroft is a huge loss, and not only did they lose him, but they lost him to a division rival. So I think that hurts even more so because they have to face him twice a year. Either way, with these additions and these losses, let's go to their schedule, take a look, and let's get to their record prediction. All right, taking a look at the Buffalo Bills schedule, starting with week 1, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers coming into Buffalo to start off the season. And I believe that the Buffalo Bills are here and ready to rumble. They have a point to make. They got the division title last year, but that's not what they set out for. They set out on a Super Bowl journey and came short of that fact. They are still on that journey, and they are going to be hungrier than ever. The additions that we went through earlier are going to help propel this team against the Steelers team that lost some key pieces. Look for the Buffalo Bills to make a statement in this game and blow out the Steelers.
In week 2, the Buffalo Bills make their way to Miami, and they face the Dolphins, who have made significant improvements this offseason. The Miami Dolphins have really become a team that is threatening the Buffalo Bills in this division, and saw them take the division away from the Patriots last year. They want to do the same this year. I think that the Bills are going to have their hands full with the Miami Dolphins. This will be Will Fuller's first game back this season after he serves the final one game left of his suspension. I think the Buffalo Bills secondary is going to struggle with Devontae Parker, Will Fuller, and Jalen Waddle. That's a three-headed monster that is very tough for them to stop. Tre'Davious White may help with a one of them, but he can't do it all. I don't think that they have the depth at the secondary position to really take care of those weapons. I think Tua Tagovailoa is really going to show out in this game. I'm taking the Miami Dolphins in week 2.
Then in week 3, the Washington football team come to town, come into Buffalo. And you know the Buffalo Bills are salty after that loss to the Dolphins. They're here to make another statement. And I believe they do just that. I think the Washington football team, their biggest struggle comes at the quarterback position. Which Ryan Fitzpatrick are you going to get? Is he even the starter? And then what quarterback do you have behind him that could possibly be playing? So I take a look here. I think the Buffalo Bills win this game, even with the additions that Washington made with Curtis Samuel and Adam Humphries. I believe that the Washington football team is going to struggle against this defensive front seven of the Buffalo Bills.
In week 4, you may as well call this a bye week as the Texans go to Buffalo and face the Bills. This is just going to be a blowout for the Buffalo Bills. They're really going to take it to the Texans. The Texans may have 9 running backs on their roster that are going to try to run down the throats of the Bills, but the Bills got stronger on the defensive line, adding Greg Rousseau in the first round and then Carlos Basham in the second round. Those two are really going to help with the run game on the Buffalo Bills, and the Texans are going to be no match on offense. They have really nobody on defense that can stop the Buffalo Bills offensive attack with J.J. Watt now gone. The Buffalo Bills should have a very easy time in week 4.
Then in week 5, things get much, much, much harder for the Buffalo Bills as they go into Kansas City and go into Arrowhead Stadium to take on Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, Andy Reid, and that vaunted Chiefs team. I believe that the Buffalo Bills are coming out swinging, and the last time these two teams played, it was very close. They had a really good matchup, but I believe that the Chiefs are going to come out on top. I do not believe that the Bills have a significant answer for the Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce combination that's going to be coming at them. With the upward swing of Mecole Hardman, I believe he's going to have a more pronounced role, the Sammy Watkins role from last year, and I believe that the Chiefs are going to utilize his speed and really take advantage of a porous secondary of the Buffalo Bills.
It doesn't get any easier from there. As we move into week 6, the Buffalo Bills make their way to Tennessee. Back-to-back road games. This time they have to face Derrick Henry, Julio Jones, A.J. Brown. It's an outstanding offense that the Titans have to offer, but on defense, this is where they struggle. Their secondary is porous. They have a little bit better of an edge rush this year, but it's just not going to be enough, as Stephon Diggs is really going to have a huge game here. Josh Allen is going to put up a ton of points, have big numbers in this one. It's going to be a huge offensive attack, but the Buffalo Bills defense will come through strong at the end of this game. The Bills will take this in a close one.
All right, heading into the bye week at 4-2, the Buffalo Bills are not thrilled with their performance so far. The things they got to clean up, but they go back home to host the Miami Dolphins, who they lost to in week 2. I believe that they're coming out for some vengeance. They're coming out for blood, and look for the Buffalo Bills to come out strong against the Miami Dolphins. I believe that the Dolphins are going to suffer. Tua does not play the same away from Hard Rock Stadium as he does when he's in Miami. I believe that the Dolphins will struggle in Buffalo. Look for the Buffalo Bills to come out on top in week 8.
Moving into week 9, the Buffalo Bills make their way to Jacksonville, face the number 1 overall pick, Trevor Lawrence. This is going to be a good game, but at the end of the day, the Buffalo Bills are a ton of veterans on one team, and the Jacksonville Jaguars are a very young team. They're still going through a lot of growing pains, and even in week 9, they're still going to be learning this entire playbook with Urban Meyer as the new head coach. The Buffalo Bills are going to have a pretty easy time in week 9 and show the young guys just how it's done.
Easy stretch continues for the Buffalo Bills as they have their second of back-to-back road games. The Buffalo Bills take on the New York Jets in MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. And the Buffalo Bills, listen, they know what the Jets are all about. They haven't seen Zach Wilson. This is their first look at him, but it's not going to matter. That defensive front seven is absolutely going to swarm him, and who knows, maybe Zach Wilson sees ghosts for the first time in his career. Either way, the Buffalo Bills are going to be an absolute detriment to the Jets, and it's going to be an onslaught. Look for the Bills to walk out of MetLife Stadium with yet another victory.
In week 9, the Indianapolis Colts go to Buffalo, and this is going to be a game where the Buffalo Bills offense is going to really bring it to the Indianapolis Colts. The only thing that may hold them back is the edge rush, the pass rush that the Indianapolis Colts have to offer. Stephon Diggs and Emmanuel Sanders should have a nice time with the secondary. They're getting older. They're not that great. I think that the Bills should have an easy time putting up points, but I also think the Colts will have a pretty nice time putting up points. Michael Pittman and T.Y. Hilton are going to be big weapons for Carson Wentz, and I think Carson Wentz is going to show that his career has been revitalized this season now that he's back in Frank Reich's system. At the end of the day, it's going to be close, but the Buffalo Bills will take it in Week 11.
All right, in Week 12, the Buffalo Bills go into New Orleans, and this is not the same Drew Brees-led Saints team that we are used to. The Buffalo Bills are going to come out on top against the Jameis Winston, Taysom Hill-led Saints. I don't know who's going to be playing for them. Either way, the Buffalo Bills are coming out on top. This is a Thursday night game, short week. The Saints do not have a lot of time to prepare for this Buffalo Bills team, and they're just going to get absolutely ransacked.
In Week 13, the New England Patriots make their way to Buffalo. They face off for the first time this season, and the Patriots are looking for some retribution after coming within one play of beating the Buffalo Bills last year, getting swept by the Bills last season. They want to get a W this year against the Buffalo Bills. It doesn't come in Week 13. They're going to have to wait and try again later in the season, as the Buffalo Bills offense is still going to be too much for the Patriots. The Buffalo Bills defense is going to know exactly what to do against the Patriots. They're going to know exactly how to stop this huge rushing attack the Patriots are going to have going this season, and I think the Bills will be able to get them in the first outing this season.
All right, and then Week 14, the Buffalo Bills take their talents to Tampa Bay, visit their old friend Tom Brady. And listen, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, if you have followed the series, they were on a continuous slide at this point. This was the part of their season where they struggled a little bit, and I believe that the Buffalo Bills are a very strong team that is going to be able to really put the pressure on Tom Brady in that front offensive line. I believe the front seven of the Bills is really going to get after him, and I believe that they're going to control the time of possession simply by getting after Tom Brady and not letting him get into a rhythm. Look for the Buffalo Bills to come up with the upset on the road in Tampa Bay.
After facing one NFC South team, they go and face another. The Carolina Panthers make their way to Buffalo in Week 15. Sam Darnold may be a new face to Carolina, but he's not a new face to the Buffalo Bills. They have known how to play against him for years. Nothing is going to change about Sam Darnold, and they're going to know exactly how to stop him. Buffalo Bills should have an easy time in Week 15.
Then in Week 16, the Buffalo Bills come to Foxborough, where they face the New England Patriots for the second time in the back half of their season. And the Patriots have already seen what the Buffalo Bills have to offer. And you take into account what we saw at the end of last year, what happened in Week 13. The Patriots are no joke. They are not going to roll over for the Buffalo Bills. They're going to continue to fight, continue to claw. Bill Belichick is going to have this team ready. I actually have the Patriots winning this matchup in Week 16.
In Week 17, the Buffalo Bills want to get some retribution after their third loss of the season, and it should be pretty easy to do as they're facing the Atlanta Falcons, who have been struggling this season with the loss of Julio Jones. Kyle Pitts is taking a little bit of time to get used to Arthur Smith's offensive system. I think that the Buffalo Bills will have a pretty easy time putting up points against this Atlanta secondary, and I think the Falcons are going to struggle putting up points against the stout Bills defense.
And then in Week 18, the New York Jets go to visit the Buffalo Bills to finish out the season. The Buffalo Bills are looking to cap their season, really put a nice bow on their season, and end up as the number 1 seed, get that first round bye in the playoffs. Not going to be easy, but in week 18 it'll be very easy with the New York Jets coming to town. The Bills are going to roll over the New York Jets, put an end to Zach Wilson's rookie year, and they are going to roll into the playoffs as a top seed in the AFC.
Well, with the Bills going 14-3, that should be a pretty solid record to not only lock up the division, but lock up the first seed in the AFC. It'll be interesting to see how the Chiefs finish out, but the Buffalo Bills definitely end strong, only losing one game after the bye week. That is an amazing accomplishment. For the Buffalo Bills to be this far after only a few years of Josh Allen improving year after year, it's very impressive to see how far they've come and how much they have overtaken the AFC.
Yeah, I mean, I look at this Buffalo Bills team and they keep getting stronger and stronger and stronger. My biggest question when we talked about their secondary, we understand that they have some great safeties. It's the cornerbacks outside of Tre'Davious White. Can they hold up? Can they cover some of these elite wide receivers? That is the biggest question that I have. Look for them to possibly be in play for maybe a Richard Sherman signing, maybe somebody who's going to be able to offset Tre'Davious White in this defense. Either way, look for the Buffalo Bills to, really monitor that cornerback situation and see what they have there. But that'll be all for now. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, hit that notification bell. We go live every single day. That'll be all. Peace and love.